Hotel Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest Survivor Series in Whassup Wrestling history. And the biggest question of all that you must ask is, who will survive? And speaking of the Survivor Series, ladies and gentlemen, we have a battle royale to determine the first member of Team Tina. Tina reaching out to the Harem, or at least to the goddess of the Harem, I'm sure through Emily, opening up a spot for a membership in her team. Rather than just choose, Anya has decided that 4 members of her harem will go 1-on-1-on-1-on-1 in a 4-vixen battle royale to determine who will be on the team. As we heard last week, both Tina Molina and Harper Maloney will be team captains in the Vixens the Vixens Survivor Series matchup. The only thing, though, is that they cannot choose members of their own teams. So Tina cannot choose either Busty or Carmella, and Harper cannot choose either Krystal or Chloe Daniels. Here comes Katie Klein. Victory for her just last week. A proud representative of the harem coming out, shaking her pom-poms in favor of her goddess, while Honey just sort of, I suppose, just walked into the ring. Katie Klein be the one to represent Anya at the Survivor Series. Katie Klein, the 3rd member into the harem. Atsuko Mitsusaka, the 1st member. Sasha Banks, the 2nd. And here comes number 4, Honey Rydell. First real holdout against the harem. Ultimately chose to side with them. To begin so far as to assist Emily in seeing what I suppose they would call the light of their goddess. It's not ultimately clear how Anya was able to convince these women in order to join her. But we do know what she told Emily, which is basically coming out, putting it point blank, making it very clear that she is the inspirational force for the harem. That's what Anya told her that she would be. I wonder if with Honey if she just answered to her vanity. Second member of the harem and a Survivor Series alumni. Member of the first ever Survivor Series last year, of course, alongside her other fellow Haremettes. Sasha Banks making a huge splash last year when she eliminated Emily Stratfield in that Survivor Series matchup, even lasting to the final 2 alongside Honey Rydell. So it's quite clear why Tina would first go to the harem for a member of her team. Mentioned before, this is a battle royale, not a fatal 4-way. So it'll be the last survivor, and this match will be potentially the last survivor in just 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. And 4 of these Vixens would love to win, represent their goddess. And here we go, Honey and Atsuko going at it, as are Katie and Sasha Banks. Katie managing to counter out of that neck breaker. Honey already focusing away from Atsuko, right into Katie Klein's waiting grasp into the ropes, and Katie going for the first attempted elimination on Honey. The Harem's princess over the top rope, but holding on. Now Katie going to try to kick her off. Unfortunately, could not get much of her. And Sasha Banks now, and Atsuko Mitsusaka. Sasha off the middle rope with a splash, gliding on top of Atsuko. And, oh, body slam there by Honey Rydell, a Whassup Wrestling rarity. Katie tries to roll out of the ring. Would not have been an elimination, and now tables have turned. Unfortunately, though, Katie managing to squirm her way out as Atsuko now repeated kicks in the face of Sasha Banks, and Katie sent over the top, but still managing to hold on. A reminder that this is a battle royale, not a fatal four-way. As Sasha Banks against the ropes, and Sasha almost just holding on again. As Honey and Atsuko take some time to recover. Sasha again against the ropes and can't hold on this time, as Sasha is the first one eliminated. And Atsuko hops over the top, but quickly comes back in. As Honey with a spinning heel kick taking down Atsuko. One of these three vixens will represent the Harem in the Survivor Series matchup on Team Tina. Overhand shot, and Atsuko power slamming Honey away from the ropes. Honey there with a clothesline taking Atsuko down, and a knee to the back for good measure. As the Harem alumni go one-on-one, and oh no, Katie unable to eliminate Atsuko. Katie already victorious last week in that big tag team matchup. How high would her stock go if she were to win this one as well? Package driver taking Honey down as Atsuko and Katie lock eyes. Atsuko sent to the far corner. And was that over the top rope or through the ropes? It seemed like it was through the ropes, but the referee calling it an elimination. Perhaps Atsuko was indeed thrown over the top. Atsuko a bit upset, but making her way to the back as Katie Klein gets to her feet and barely gets up in time to eat Honey glazed. But Katie fighting back from behind, reverse DDT. Utilizing her entire body as a weapon on top of Honey's leg. And Katie with the neck breaker. So it's down to one of these two individuals. And these two will go on to Survivor Series, and it may be Katie Klein, but no, Honey Rydell pushing Katie away. Dropping Katie down. Honey bringing her back up to her feet. Bring her to the ropes, and this could be it. Honey making a running start, and yes, Honey Rydell will be joining Team Tina as the Survivor Series. Honey Rydell victorious here. Let's see if we can't get a replay of, no, we're not gonna, maybe we will, of Atsuko's elimination. Unfortunately not, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have to go with what the referee says. And we see the final elimination. Honey Rydell managing to get Katie out of the ring. So she is the first announced member of this Survivor Series matchup. Again, on Team Tina. What a perfect opportunity, given that Honey was one of the final two survivors last year, only to be eliminated by Queen Amazonia. Well, as Stan continues his dream of becoming the next $1 million champion, he's set to go one-on-one. The co-tag team champion Dork Killer last week attempting to challenge both Hype and Dork Killer in a tag team matchup, utilizing a partner of Colin Styles. Surprising union that, while seemed to be working well for them, unfortunately did not in the end, as Colin Styles was pinned. So Stan going to do what he can on his own. Honestly, I'm surprised that he's just trying to challenge other $1 million hopefuls. Stan is just trying to prove to Number Guy what he can do. After all, he already considers himself the #1 contender to the championship. Where does he have to?
Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by Snacky S'mores. Eat Snacky S'mores.
To prove here. And no intro for Dork Killer. What is this? Hype now out here. Hype in the corner of Dork Killer. This may be bad tidings for Stan Stevens. And Hype right in the ring. What the hell is this? Stan Stevens just... Referee is a bit... Well, he seems to be allowing this. He did kind of warn Hype there, but Hype is not leaving the ring. We thought he came out here to be in Dork Killer's corner. And, well, Dork Killer kind of pantomiming a suplex, perhaps something he had in mind for later, and taken out to the ring. And I'm sure Stan Stevens is going to talk about that one. And Hype, neck breaker. Dork Killer comes back in, and the referee just letting him go at it. Tag team champion is just doing an absolute number on Stan Stevens. No Colin Styles out to help him. European uppercut right into the... Oh no, Dork Killer going to continue on his own here. And Stan off the top rope. You almost got to feel sorry for Stan Stevens. Stan came in thinking that it was just going to be a one-on-one contest. I mean, when you really, the Fortunate Sons are already signed here for Survivor Series in that huge Survivor Series matchup against the Four Horsemen. And I'm pretty certain that we know who the fourth individual to join up with the Fortunate Sons will be. And Stan Stevens comes right out of the corner, and Dork Killer and Hype just continuing on the assault, but Stan Stevens fighting back and fighting strong, managing to get Dork Killer into the corner. But can't do much more than that. Stan trying to roll out of the ring, but being pulled right back in. Up with a lion salt. Where's Dork Killer going? Out on the apron. He's right in, taking up where Hype left off, and now, from behind, neck breaker to Stan Stevens. And Stan again fighting back, but Dork Killer there to take down Stan. I don't know, it's hard to say if Dork Killer and Hyper are acting as a team. They seem to be cutting each other off. So Dork Killer wants to keep doing the assaulting, but just will not allow Hype to come in. Anytime Hype gets close, Dork Killer is right there to grab hold of Stan, keeping him to himself. Dork Killer with a hefty clothesline, taking Stan down. And again, Hype with another lion salt. Now Dork Killer And no, double gutbuster on Stan Stevens. And again, why the referee is just allowing this to happen. Something has been decided by Kitty and Stephanie. Stan's taken down once again. And another double gutbuster on Stan Stevens. But again, Stan fighting back. Jawbreaker, but Dork Killer there to take him down. Another bit of miscommunication there between the tag team champions. Making it clear that this is not predetermined. And Stan coming in from behind, reverse DDT. And a surprise it would be if Stan Stevens could defeat the tag team champions on his own. I mean, he's lasted so long, but that's really only because the tag champs just cannot work together here. Stan managed to get out of that camel clutch, but hyped from behind, just German suplexing him on the top of his head. And Stan Stevens pulling Dork Killer into a Hurricane Rana, neckbreaker, takes the Hurricane Rana himself. There we go. Hard shots to the head. And again, Stan dropped face first into the canvas. But Stan doing what he can to fight back. Pulls Hype into a clothesline. Definitely worn out, as one would be in such a situation. Neither Hype nor Dork Killer show any signs of ending anytime soon here. And Stan Stevens there, knocking Hype down, and a knee to the back of the neck. Leg drop now dropped across Stan's throat. Anytime Stan builds up any sort of momentum, taken out by the other member of the Fortunate Sons. And thankfully, this is not a 3-on-1 assault. Again, what is Hype doing? It almost looks like he's trying to start a fight now with Dork Killer. And Stan Stevens is the running bulldog. What is Hype doing? What is Dork Killer doing? Dork Killer now. Well, Dork Killer presumably defending himself. First cover of the match, and Hype now with a stop on Dork Killer. Exactly what is going on. Oh my God! Fortunate Sons may be imploding before our eyes. Maybe Hype feels that Dork Killer just isn't working well as a teammate. This is going to spell problems going into Survivor Series. Now it's Dork Killer on the receiving end of a 2-on-1 assault. Hype just turning tables here. And the barricade. Stan Stevens taken down. We're up to 7. Now Stan just watching brother versus brother here. Again, this is just very hard to call, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks' time, Hype and Dork Killer are supposed to be partners in that big Survivor Series matchup against the 4 Horsemen. And instead, Dork Killer fighting back. Stan Stevens there. Arm drag from Dork Killer and DDT. Stan Stevens just soaking it up. As though this was some sort of master plan on his part. I don't think it was. And Dork Killer trying with a Dork Killer, unable to get it in. And what is this? Oh my God, it's like a double Dork Killer on the knees. And Hype with a running knee on the top of Dork Killer's face. Well, on Dork Killer's face. Exactly, stay on the top. And the Hype just tossing Dork Killer to the outside. And meeting his brother on the outside as well. But Dork Killer running right back into the ring and Hype following up, as is Stan Stevens. And what is this now? And again, and again, and again. More chops across the exposed chest as Stan Stevens holds Dork Killer's arms. And once more for good measure. The tag champions are imploding here. Another neck breaker on Dork Killer. It is Hype. DDT on Hype. But Stan Stevens not going for a cover, but Stan, he had a good thing going, and Hype has had enough of Stan Stevens trying to get in on him. But I don't think the issue, has this just turned into a triple threat? Stan Stevens seems to feel it has. Dork Killer seems to feel it has. I think the only one who hasn't caught on is Hype. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, what was a one-on-one matchup turned into a handicap matchup is now a triple threat. And two of those members are the members of the Fortunate Sons, the tag team champions, who are still going at it. Another light suplex on Hype. Dork Killer just worn out. Now is Dork Killer just starting to ignore Stan Stevens. Stan Stevens no longer a factor here. It may just be, as now Hype is on the receiving end of perhaps a 2-on-1 assault. Narrowly getting in a spinning toe hold there. And sent to the corner. And Hype eating a chop. And Stan Stevens calling Hype up. Now Hype getting a heavy hit from Stan. And face planted hard onto the canvas. And what is Dork Killer doing on the outside? Having a crisis of faith, maybe. Indeed not. And again, brother against brother. And the referee finally calling for it.
Like the devil.
after that bizarre back and forth. I don't know what to call it, ladies and gentlemen. I think Stan Stevens is lucky to have survived that one, but situation just tremendous between those two individuals. Hype and Dork Killer just going at it. Referee eventually having to call a stop. And losing control, just not knowing who was fighting who. And again, point out, 2 weeks' time, they have to work together in the Survivor Series matchup against the Four Horsemen. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's just focus here. Last week was a war of words between Zahara, Madigan-Star, and Roxie Stevenson. Just a few weeks before that, the challenge for the Women's Championship, which was ultimately won out by Roxie. Now this one being made. The Women's Championship will not be on the line. See how Roxie does. Survivor Series will be where Roxie may have to defend the Women's Championship for the first time. May again be against Harem, Madigan-Star. We still don't know. She's dancing her way to the ring. Surprised that she hasn't altered the title in any way. It spells you think that would have been the first thing that she'd change. We'll see how Roxie does as the Women's Champion here. One-on-one matchup with the former Women's Champion. And Zahara starting things off with a standing Hurricane Rana, taking Roxie down. Knee to the face, Roxie dazed into the back. And another standing Hurricane Rana, taking Roxie down again. Kick to the back this time. His boot to the side of the cheek. Roxie into the ropes and right to an arm drag. Zahara seems to have found her spunk. And Roxie now with a Hurricane Rana of her own. Roxie won back at Friday the 13th. It's just a vicious assault. Vicious onslaught, assault, onslaught. There we go. It all works out just like this. Kick to the chest and a knee to the face. Now Roxie calling Zahara up, perhaps a bit too close. And Roxie realizing that, gets in a front drop kick, taking Zahara down just as he comes out of her dazed situation. And utilize the ropes to get up, and a clothesline sending her down over the top rope. Couple of stomps to the legs. Zahara being brought back up, drop toe hold, taking Roxie down. Into the barricade goes Roxie. The fireman's carry counters out. Down onto the mats though. And Roxie just all that weight coming crashing down on Zahara's head, and again. We're up to 7, but that's when Roxie calls it and might be infusing the catnip. Infusing the catnip, and Cat's Meow misses. had something to say after that, but Roxie does not waste time. She drops Zahara's throat onto the top rope. And now Roxie up on the middle rope. Going to take another opportunity, but this one does not pay off. Kick to the back of the head, and Zahara bringing Roxie back to her feet. Trade of blows here, and Zahara up on the shoulders. But not for long. Zahara trying to get to her feet again. Roxie does help her. And a snapmare from the corner. Roxie may be having a crisis of faith of her own here. Hopefully realizing that maybe she's gone a bit too far. It allows Zahara to pick her right back up and drop her onto the top turnbuckle. Zahara pulling her from the corner. Heading on up to the top. Reverse 450 splash taking down Roxie. Roxie kicking her away. Stomps in the back and right into a camel clutch. Does Zahara tap out? Will she give it up? And no! She manages to fight out. Roxie rolling away, coming right back in, but Zahara grabs hold, taking her to the ropes. Now Zahara pulling back on the arms. And hook the leg with a DDT. Roxie taken down, and Zahara in for a quick cover. 2, and just a 2 count only. Zahara up on the middle rope. Goes diving down, knee to the face. Roxie responds to the kick to the face. And an enziguri to the back of the head, sending Zahara down to the middle rope, or the bottom rope, sorry. Roxie unleashing that hefty assault. A no-nonsense set of strikes that won her the Women's Championship in the first place. But Zahara responds back. Well, Zahara has a sort of mean streak of her own. Goes for a cover. 2, and 2 count only. Zahara heading up to the top once more. Trying for a splash, misses. Roxie again with a camel clutch. Fortunately, we can't see what's going on. And we can see Zahara squirming and Roxie holding on tight. But Zahara manages to hold on for as long as Roxie could keep it. And Roxie poised, infusing the catnip, and this time connects with the cat's meow. It just rolls the former champion over for a cover, and that's the end of it. Roxie Stevenson victorious here. Was a few weeks ago. Now Roxie, Zahara up on her feet as well. Roxie offering out a hand, and Zahara refuses to accept it. Oh, rare sight of good sportsmanship on this side of Roxie. Well, hopefully. One final test here, being shown by Tina Molina against the Harem now. As Tina taking on Emily Stratfield. As Tina proudly bringing out the Vixens Tag Team titles that was was successfully defended in a failing effort back at Friday the 13th against the PTC. PTC winning by countout. Unfortunately, due to rules, PMB were able to walk out of there still tag team champions. Tina Molina, team captain. Now we know at least one other member of her team is in fact Honey Rydell of the Harem. Two individuals chosen, two more to go. Emily Stratfield, and there she is, the inspirational force, as Anya likes to call her, for the Harem. Here to test the resolve of the team captain. She can to make certain that Tina Molina is on the level. Some sort of leader or member of the Harem. Emily is technically the Vixen's champion, having defeated AJ Smith back at Friday the 13th, as well as the Co-Divas champion. Both titles were given as gifts to Anya. Anya would love to have the tag titles as well back under her grasp. Emily coming right in, and Tina just tossing her aside, and now a hard kick. Tina bringing her up and takes a powerbomb for her troubles. Lefty shot and backbreaker from Emily Stratfield. First ever Triple Crown champion. Actually, first ever Grand Slam champion in the Vixens roster. Former women's champion, current Vixens champion, Divas champion, and tag team champion when the council was holding those titles for the first time. After all, they did defend them in Freebird style. So really, Emily just one title away from becoming the most decorated Vixen here in Whassup Wrestling. She did come in calling herself the premier Vixen. And we see for good reason. Tina Molina putting her to the test, striking her down with a DDT. Victory lap here. Tina makes her way up to the middle rope. Her turnbuckle, it comes off with a diving elbow. And they lifted back up to her feet. And Tina going to send her right back down, or at least try to. But Emily counters out of there with a DDT of her own. And a drop kick to the back. And neckbreaker, taking Tina down. Emily again with that victory lap, rushing around Tina up on the top rope, and comes up with an elbow of her own. Tina responding back, raking her nails across Emily's face, and Emily with a neck breaker. Tina countering out, arm drag, and a hefty shot to the back of the head. And a neck breaker. Wrong, bringing Emily back up to her feet. Emily not going down, and taken out from the back of the knee. And again, up on the middle rope. Just barely makes it up to Emily, who's laying middle of the ring. This drop connects to the top of the head, trying with a knee, misses out on that. Gets in the kick though. And takes Emily down with a side Russian leg sweep. Still can't get over what we saw earlier tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team champions just going at it. They weren't exactly acting as a team to begin with. Midbuster, another part of Tina Melina, now celebrates to the crowd. But Emily's getting to her feet, unfortunately. Tina takes notice, catches Emily. No, Emily catching her throat, and Tina with a hard kick to the face. A quick exchange there, and Tina got the best of it, but did not conclude this matchup. Still is one hell of a shot from Tina. She's not had enough of utilizing her legs against Emily. Taking down the snapmare. Rear naked choke. And Emily dropping Tina's head across her shoulder. A quick slap and a hurricane rana spinning Tina around. And Emily calling Tina up. Tina not responsive. Taking Tina back down. Emily running with a kick to the side of the head. Here's the cover. That one could be it. 2. And only 2.5. Johnny running bulldog could not get it in. Cutting blow to the face as Tina just tosses Emily away from the corner. Now bringing Emily up. And back down with another brain buster. Kick to the head, followed up with a spiking DDT. And Emily fighting back, kick to the head. And Tina coming in from behind, reverse DDT, countering out Emily. Tina now poised, another high kick just beneath the jaw. Will this be it? Tina with the cover, and indeed it is. Tina Melina victorious here, proving her spot as the team captain. Perhaps even proving her capabilities as leading a member of the Harem. Allowing Emily to just bask in that defeat. No, she's not. Tina with a steel chair. She's not going to use it, is she? And in comes Harper. In comes Harper. Harper making the save. Did she make the save, or is she just looking for an opportunity to fight with Tina some more? Krystal Weisz and Summer Holly Madison, Team Pink, celebrating again in unison here. Krystal Weisz just absolutely on cloud 9 being with her idol. Honestly, just waiting for the shoe to drop, but these two seem to have been getting along quite well lately. Taking their first loss just a couple weeks ago, but Perhaps tonight things will be different. As Summer Holly Madison set to go one-on-one with Lilac, and what a competition that will be. The last time these two went together, or went one-on-one, Summer Holly Madison was residing within the council. Back in her Blink apparel. With the arrival of Lilac. Vixen's champion. As the two former Vixen's champions set to go one-on-one with one another. Of her these days, but anytime we do, it's a huge and tremendous treat. Videos to slow mo, ladies and gentlemen, so it's the only way you'll be able to keep up with these two in this action-packed matchup. Here we go. Lilac and Summer Holly Madison. Lilac as they starting things off with a neck breaker. Just dropping Summer down as Krystal watches on the outside. Hoping good things for her partner. And Lilac with a knee to the gut. Serves, these two individuals each hold a victory over the other. And Summer utilizing what little strength she has there. As I said, each individual holds a victory over the other. Summer Holly Madison inside of an exhibition bout. And Lilac defending her Vixen's championship against Summer at SummerSlam just last year. Summer doing some damage to the arm. Sending Lilac into the ropes. Comes back into a side or a shuffle side kick. But Lilac not going to go down for too long. Bringing Summer to the corner. Top of Summer's head hitting that turnbuckle. And single leg crab, middle of the ring. Nowhere for Summer to go. She'll have to power out and manages to do just that. Shots to the back, sending Summer or Lilac around. Hurricane Rana. Narrowly sending her over the top rope there. Up in the middle rope. Comes off with a diving splash. I think unable to get the most of it there. As we saw Lilac, or we see Lilac countering out. And the splash, Summer's foot did catch the bottom rope. Excellent opportunity for Lilac to counter out now. And manages to counter out and takes Summer down. Lilac into the corner. And spinning toe hold. Or spinning toe kick, sorry. Or heel kick, there we go. And Summer with a beautiful tilt-a-whirl arm drag. Bringing Lilac back up, sending her into the rope, into the corner. A spinning heel kick from Summer now. Could be Twisted Splash time. And indeed, Twisted Splash connects. Summer pauses, now going for the cover. 2 and 2 only. So bringing Lilac up onto the shoulders. And Summer again on the top. Standard splash, but misses. Lilac quickly up to her feet. Just giving Summer a chance to recover, but not much of one. She drops her back down with a neck breaker. Lilac into the far corner, trying for a kick, and misses, and Summer gets one out of her own. Summer's returning the favor, allowing Lilac to get up to her feet. Continuing out with the fireman's carry, bringing Summer back to her feet, up onto her shoulders now. And off the top rope goes Summer. Summer back up. Forearm shot, and Lilac rushes right through her. There's the cover, 2 and 2 count only. Fortunately, that rushing STO was not enough. And Summer's face off the top turnbuckle. Summer again into the corner. What does Lilac have in mind here? Managing, no, again misses on that kiss. We're kicking. Summer gets it in though. And now Summer up on the top rope. Another twisted splash. Indeed, twisted splash. And here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Summer calling Madison victorious. Countering out after that missed kick in the corner from Lilac. Tremendous matchup between these two competitors, and Lilac up on her feet. And Summer offering a hand. Hopefully Lilac takes it, and indeed, no hatred between these two, as Lilac even holds up Summer's arm in victory. Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by the Fighting Monkeys. Or are they being sponsored by us? Well, either way, the money is going somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks ago, Bobbo and Canuck were going at it one-on-one. And then towards the end, Dork Killer came out, presenting the return of Crackerjack, and we have yet to understand why. Either way, Bobbo's set to go one-on-one with Crackerjack. Get yourselves comfortable for the 2 longest entrances here in Whassup Wrestling history. As Bobbo steps back and brings out his inflatable Bobbo friends. Bobbo ready for this one. Certainly shocked everyone when he defeated Canuck rather clean just a couple weeks ago. Can he do the same to Crackerjack? Well, he was a former Universal Champion. Firing up the fans, getting them ready for this one. It'll be one hell of a contest. we have not seen since WrestleMania. Crackerjack making his way to the ring. The lights will indicate his soon arrival as they drop out to a dim red. And there he is, the big man. Former tag team champion alongside Canuck, the Towers of Power. Big man's matches have been limited here in Whassup Wrestling, but what a career he has had. His first matches was just absolutely demolishing Canuck. Bobbo suffered the same fate. Oh, we haven't seen such a matchup in some time. Such a quick one-sided affair. Even Stan Stevens has been lasting long in his matches. Crackerjack's pacing around. We'll see how he does here, how he handles Bobbo, or how Bobbo manages to handle Crackerjack, and Crackerjack just taking him down. Swinging Polish hammer, and a knee to the face, and a kick for good measure. Crackerjack just not letting up, but Bobbo countering back with a Bobbo Kinrana. Bobbo with a snapmare. Coming in from behind, now focusing in on the arm. Good strategy, but that was not a good strategy. Slap to the face was not going to work, Bobbo. And Bobbo is seeing the error of his ways. Bobbo dropped back down, brought back up, and taken back down again. Flipped over the top rope, and Bobbo fighting his way back. Just barely able to get anything there, and a shove, and just a 1 count. Just barely a 1 count, but still. Again, Crackerjack torquing away on the head and neck. This will know that this will not be a flawless victory for Crackerjack as he locks in a camel clutch. And Bobbo quick to get out of it. And Bobbo taken up and over, coming up to his feet. Dropped against the ropes, and oh, big overhand chop. And then Bobbo taking out Crackerjack's leg. Fortunately, focusing in on a single body part is about all that Bobbo can do. Couple of shots, and Bobbo trapped in the corner. This does not bode well for Bobbo. Who Bobbo is. Oh, I meant Bobbo. And Bobbo up to the top. And comes right down, stomping down on Crackerjack. Just kicks the big man back down, and Bobbo bringing Crackerjack up somehow, some way with the Bobbo forearm. Bobbo forearm right between the shoulder blades, but Bobbo isn't finished yet. Bobbo trying, no, could not get in the Bobbo plex. But Crackerjack can get Bobbo up. The seated choke slam. And here's the cover. And this one may be over. And it is Bobbo unable to get in the Bobboplex. And Crackerjack with the seated choke slam taking Bobbo down. And Crackerjack victorious here, ladies and gentlemen. And Bobbo somehow up to his feet, absolutely startling Crackerjack. And Bobbo offering his hand, and Crackerjack accepting it. I don't think Bobbo wants anything more to do with Crackerjack, as the big man is welcomed back into Whassup Wrestling. What are his goals here for future competitors? Another event from 2 weeks ago, Tony J. Smith coming out post Friday the 13th and just absolutely tearing into the legendary Ric Flair. And of course, it wouldn't take much more than that to get him on the radar of the Four Horsemen, as Tony J. Smith is set to go one-on-one with Shane Evans. Shane stepping in for his fellow horseman. Face off against Tony J. Smith, who may just very well be the fourth member on the Fortunate Sons team for the Survivor Series matchup in 2 weeks' time. Making his way to the ring, rather arrogant. Fighting on behalf of himself, but Shane Evans fighting on behalf of his teammate. See what goes on here in the main event. Insulting strut at the end. Await the arrival of the four horsemen, the Golden Stallion, Shane Evans. Tremendous opportunity for this young athlete, his way in just 2 weeks' time as he takes part in the Survivor Series matchup. The Four Horsemen taking on the Fortunate Sons, but seeing what we saw earlier tonight, will the Fortunate Sons even be able to work together as a team? Tag meeting in the middle. Shane Evans coming from behind, but Tony J. Smith coming in, turning things around. And taking Shane down to a grounded headlock. Fortunately, Shane can't manage to get out of it. Takes a shot to the head. Knees to the guts of the former tag team champion. And brain buster from Shane Evans. Another brain buster, this time seated. And Tony just takes that shot, but Shane Evans coming back hard. To the gut, and in comes Tony. Shane misses on that first one, but gets in with his second clothesline. Tony will be regretting his words soon. Line salt down onto Tony J. Smith. Tony just stopping down on Shane Evans. Now just pulling back on him. But Shane quickly coming out. Tries for a backdrop, but Tony counters out of that one. And Shane up and backbreaker. And Shane sent him over the top rope. Seems to be a favorite of everyone tonight. And Tony's just calling Shane back in. And, well, getting tired of that just knocks him off the apron. And Shane shoves him forward. Tony responds, knees or elbow to the face. But again, Shane Evans with an arm drag. Now a suplex. And down onto the hard pads on the outside. On the shoulders and down to the canvas. And the mat, sorry. Referee up to 6 now. Thankfully no countouts here. Back again on the shoulders and down on the back of down on the knee. But Tony responds back with a stiff forearm. And another brain buster. It's a trio of brain busters in this matchup. Shane Evans with the referee in the way. Referee, there we go. And off the top rope, jumping forearm to the face. And is that enough? Is that enough? Not quite. Not for Shane Evans. Nice little turnaround there. Shane brings Tony to his feet. Legs whipped out from under him. And again. Legs swept out. Hefty shot and a knee to the midsection. Spinning toe hold, but Tony's foot, or other foot, catching the ropes. But Shane not letting it get him down here. Wesley going for the cover. I don't think he's going to get much. Only just a little. Over a 2 count. And standard powerbomb. And Shane now, where's he going? Down to the apron. Gonna be another forearm. Almost catching the bottom rope there. Now going for another cover. 2. And there we go, Shane Evans victorious here. Shane Evans victorious over Tony J. Smith. Getting a measure of revenge for his teammates' pride. I'm sure that this is not the last we'll be hearing from Tony J. Smith in accordance to the 4 Horsemen. See it again, narrowly catching into the middle rope, but just getting enough force behind that forearm to come out of here victorious. Shane Evans closing us out here with a tremendous victory, ladies and gentlemen. Again, 2 weeks' time until the Survivor Series. Will the Fortunate Sons come together? Only time will tell. For now, I'm Wally Weasel, and thank you all for tuning in to Whassup Wrestling.